Bon. Bienvenue à Slay the Princess. Les prochains épisodes vont être un petit peu confusing. Parce que ce qui s'est passé, c'est que j'ai joué au jeu. On a fini le jeu comme le dernier épisode. Puis là, je me suis assis, puis je me suis dit, ben, tu sais, je vais faire un petit peu d'enregistrement, je vais checker un peu qu'est-ce qui reste au jeu, etc. Moi, je dis, tu sais, une demi-heure, tu sais, un petit épisode de plus peut-être. Ouais, 3 heures plus tard, j'étais. 3 heures plus tard, j'étais assis, puis j'étais comme plus capable physiquement, là, j'avais de la misère, fait que. À un moment donné, j'ai fait comme, regarde, c'est assez. J'ai arrêté. Je me suis dit, là, c'est assez. Mais c'était pas assez. Donc là, je vous parle de vous du futur plus loin, là. J'ai tout fini. J'ai fini 100% le jeu, là. J'ai eu le temps de jouer, j'ai eu le temps de pas mal tout voir ce qu'il y avait dans le jeu, j'ai eu le temps de laisser ça mariner, puis puis ça va devenir probablement notre, comment dire, notre vidéo, notre thumbnail. Je fais cette petite intro là parce que là ça va être confusing parce que j'ai essentiellement 3 heures de vidéo, dont à la fin je me dis là j'ai fini de jouer au jeu puis je donne un peu mes commentaires sur le jeu. Je vais essayer d'en couper une partie. Je vais le couper en 2 vidéos, minimum. Mais là, c'est pour ça que ça va être confusing, parce que là, il va en avoir... Il y a cette vidéo-ci, il y a le vidéo d'après. Là, je vais parler comme si je finissais le jeu. Puis après ça, je vais en avoir d'autres après. Parce que j'étais pas capable de laisser le jeu tel quel, fait que j'ai pas mal fini. Donc sur ce, enjoy plusieurs épisodes de Supercut de Slay the Princess. Man, je peux pas laisser ça comme ça. Je veux jouer plus à ce jeu-là. Première chose que je veux faire, là, je vais aller un petit peu all over the place. Première chose que je veux faire, là, on va juste se faire un nouveau game. Je vais probablement couper plein d'affaires, là.
You're on a path. You're here.
Ah, blanc, on l'a déjà vu. Let's go. So let's continue to the cabin.
You make a warning. She will. We're not gonna go. Ignore him.
Premier test que je veux faire, on va le faire très rapidement. Ben, très rapidement. Je dis ça, mais comme les 2 derniers épisodes, j'ai voulu faire une finale. Fait que là, j'ai vu, j'avais 50 minutes. J'ai fait comme, il va me rester un petit peu de temps. Puis non, c'est ça, genre. Le petit épisode le petit fin d'épisode que je voulais faire, ça a tourné à un épisode d'1 heure et demie. Fait que là, on sait jamais avec ce jeu-là. Mais ce que je veux faire en premier, je veux commencer avec la portion qu'on sait déjà. Où est-ce que comme elle nous aime, là, qu'on la sort puis qu'elle est toute gentille, etc. Je veux commencer avec cette version-là.
The interior of the blade.
Enter the basement.
The door. Her voice.
Hello?
Is. Don't let.
Continue down the stairs. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've
Je vais
had
refaire
any
de ma
visitors.
mémoire, je vais
Please,
le refaire le...
come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you.
Hi.
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses.
Fait que
you
les
can
Explore,
address
ça
me
l'a...
as your ro-
His prince.
Les Explore, ça l'a pas tant de... I'm going to keep you locked away down here. Keep her locked away, no. I just can't trust you, no. Without saying another word, no. Okay, baby, they're keeping you down like this. I'm getting you out of here. Ça, c'est comme suspicious. Non, non, c'était lui qu'on avait fait.
You're only making this more.
Thank you.
You're making a. No. You're doing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever.
If you have a... You have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with if
Ouais,
we were
c'est la
stuck
même
down here
version
long
qu'on a
enough,
faite.
you attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the... Is someone else here?
On sait que c'est le narrateur.
You try the door.
Hey, let
You're
me out of
shout.
here.
You're here to...
You Return to the bottom of the
You
stairs.
make your way easier for everyone.
Blah blah blah.
Look at the mess you're.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rise.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her as she rips her flesh from. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could. You won't like.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your. You cut into her. The blade is sharp, and it takes her limb.
J'aime l'image qui est
falls
juste
to the
comme.
ground.
Elle arrache son
And then
bras,
she
tu sais.
didn't so much as utter. No. She smiles. How is she?
Thank you.
Approach the locked door.
No. We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess approaches. Wait. This isn't watch me.
What are you?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance. Stop it. Stop trying to.
Resist.
The blade! Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in.
We both know.
She nervously reaches towards you.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest.
Oh no!
Stay. For whatever.
Blah 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 blah.
She doesn't. Apparently not.
I'm so sorry.
With one look. It can't just end. Oh, everything goes dark.
There we go. Ça, on l'a déjà. On l'a
You're
déjà.
on a path.
Je fais pas de commentaires
You're
là-dessus
here.
parce qu'on l'a déjà vu là. Proceed to the cabin. Je veux
She will
voir
lie. If
une
only
fois qu'on en
you
a fait un.
Forget, but he last. I think I do.
Blah blah
Sure,
blah
don't pay
blah
the.
blah 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 blah. Je pense que c'est tab pour. Ah, c'est ça, c'est tab. Enter the basement. Je sais pas si le miroir disparaît. Je sais pas si le miroir ça fait de quoi quand on le
The
voit.
door to the basement creaks open.
Hein, voilà. Do I have to cut you out again? No, let's go. Just rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Don't you know? If her hand could just slip
peux
out
pas
of the
faire
chains.
tab.
Because I'm not. Would
Parce
you
que là, on
rather?
vient
But
de
I think
finir,
I'd
là.
rather. One of us. Then let. No. You're what? I would if not on my. You. I'd listen to him. I can't believe. I told you.
I'm free.
The prince. If only you had a. Luckily. Who needs a weapon?
What do we do?
We leave and we have a whole life to figure out what we want to do
That
next.
sounds perfect.
The princess. We have. I like to think. Look, I have my. I will mope about it. You and the prince. And what happens after? Let's see. That's a familiar. Did I do that last time?
Oh no! Did someone?
She's right. Enough with the. Of course, you listen. I'm just along.
I think we can open if we try together.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love. And the lock clicks, and the door. I told you our love was in some. You and the prince, the blade. That's right.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
That's the way out. We're going to leave together. Just.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did he? Oh, is he gone?
I'm cold.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all.
Ouais, ça on l'a déjà vu.
She's cold. Is that a...
Ça c'est comme la seule version qu'on n'est pas en train de se battre. I don't know where she went, blah 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 blah. Just approach
I'm
him.
begging you.
Ignore him. Littéralement, je peux rien faire d'autre.
Yes.
C'est la même affaire? It's you. Ah, fait que c'est ça, ok, ça dépend pas de... Comment dire? Ça doit dépendre de genre jusqu'où qu'on est rendu dans l'histoire. Proceed to the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Ah, on a déjà tout fait l'explore. What happens now? Je vais aussi vouloir voir éventuellement what l'entité là.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. Bring me.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path. You're here to.
Là, on va refaire la même affaire. Parce que là, je veux me rendre au chapitre 2. Puis là, je veux
You
l'arrêter.
make your way. A warning.
Je veux comme go
But
back.
she will. We're not gonna go. Ignore him.
Ok, just proceed to the cabin. Let's not take the blade into the basement. Hi.
Don't be a
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Yeah, explore. Can't trust you. Il y en a juste trop. Can't believe they're keeping you down like this. Je veux voir la même affaire.
You're only making this more.
Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way.
Ah, ok, return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your.
Save the princess. Puis si je fais slay the princess, là on tombe dans la version du chat, là, la version du genre du animal princess. Just save the princess.
Fine.
Approach the locked door.
No. We
Warn her.
stop that.
Ah, je peux pas faire resist. Ah, je peux plus faire resist. Mais là, je l'ai déjà warn. Je peux plus faire resist.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there? A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret that.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity, but you have. It's not enough to stop her.
Fait que là,
You
on
feel
tombe quand même
collapsed.
dans le...
If we're lucky, it can't just.
On tombe quand même dans le... Aïe, 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 aïe. Proceed to the cabin. No, turn around
Well,
and leave.
you're the boss. Seriously? You're just going to turn around?
Ok, fait que là... Là, c'est le temps où est-ce que je me sors comme une feuille d'imprimante. Puis que je me fais un dessin. Comme ça. Ok, ça va me prendre un crayon aussi. You, mon crayon. Il y a des moments que je vais couper, puis probablement que ça n'en sera pas un. Parce que j'adore tout le temps ce... Ah, voilà, crayon. Ce super professionnalisme. Ok, fait que là, on est dans la branche... On est dans la branche... No Blade. Ok, ça veut dire que la première décision qu'on a, c'est Blade or No Blade. Fait que là, on est dans No Blade. Ok. On avait la décision de... Free her. Puis là, après ça, c'est attaque. Ok. Puis là, on tombe dans le Cat Lady. Une coupe de notes. Good heaven. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin, I'm not going to the cabin. No, quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path. That's strange. It looks like this path.
Oh. Fait que là, j'ai comme plus le choix. I'm going
That's
to the cabin.
great. This is probably for the best. The
Ok,
interior
là,
of
c'est
the
ça.
ca-
On est...
the bl-
Si je fais approach to the mirror, ça me donne quoi?
What are you talking? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
No, let's not
I
take
hope
the
you know
blade.
how ridiculous you look right now.
Ok. Là, on a... Blade or... No blade.
No
Je vois
blade.
No blade.
I hope you know it'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true. The door to the basement, the weeks.
Probably won't bite. I'm not nasty.
But you are. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognize.
She must have you confused with some. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way. You look. Do you want to? You need. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Ouais, c'est ça. Ça, c'est ce qu'on a fait la dernière fois, là.
You descend the base. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far
Parce que là, je sais
wall,
pas si...
her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Je sais pas si à partir de là, quand que je la vois comme ça, c'est locked in, genre.
And there you are.
She's acting. Oh, that's pretty sharp. Call it deduct. Well, you seem to be.
Ça, on l'a déjà vu. I'm sorry about last time.
Oh, smart. Let's
Let's just go. I don't trust you. Leave her in the basement. Let's change the start. Tiens.
And why would I do such a thing?
Des fois, les explore programmes, ça me donne d'autres. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those changes didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains. She could have gotten out of those. A woman after my own heart, really. This is why she can't just be abandoned.
Okay. On va essayer. Okay, let's leave. Leave with the princess.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward. She never breaks eye contact, even as she's silent for a long moment.
After you, darling.
Oh, no. It shouldn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, somebody else.
You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only...
Just go first.
You're the only one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here, up to you.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching. What is she doing? I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing.
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
Leave. Ah, j'ai comme pas de place. First, j'ai leave. Second, puis là j'ai essentiellement le steak.
Eyes on the back of her head. Does she really?
Non, mais c'est clairement c'est un fauve.
No, whiff. The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the...
Step onto the stairs.
You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
Et là, j'ai hâte de voir si elle va prendre la dague et elle va me stabber avec.
We're almost there. You better not try anything. I know you're thinking it.
Us? No, never. Just keep... I don't follow. Oh, you'll know it when you see it.
Ah, c'est ça, l'opportuniste, il voulait...
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and crosses over the threshold, turning back to smile at you. But something catches her eye. Oh no. Oh no? It's the blade, isn't it? I was going to tell you to grab it once we got upstairs. That was the whole keep your eyes peeled thing, and then you would have stabbed her in the back and we would have been winners.
I wonder if perhaps you were planning to bury this in my back. What an awful little scheme that would be. Too bad I got here first, and I don't even need it. Bye-bye, you loathsome little nuisance.
Then she slams the door on you. Its lock swiftly clicks into place. Locked in the basement, I thought for sure she was just going to stab us. The princess cackles from the other side of the door.
How does it feel to be locked away and forgotten by the world? Isn't it just awful?
I thought you needed me to get
I
out.
do, but I just couldn't help myself. And we both know that you're already scheming about how to get back at me if I ever open this door.
C'est ça. Là, on est comme dans une branche où est-ce que c'est genre
So
le
we're going to
paranoïa.
stay exactly as we are right now, for as long as either of us lives.
What happens now? I'm stuck here. Personne parle.
Why isn't he saying anything? I think he's gone.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever have to see you face to face again. Otherwise, I might have given you a little more courtesy at the top of the stairs. No hard feelings, I'm sure. Why is everything going away? I feel cold.
Ouais, fait que j'ai l'impression que ça te dérange pas du moment qu'on a la version de la princesse. On
She's
est
gone. And there's that.
gonna be okay, just trust
But
me.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with.
I see on the side, it's going to be okay.
Okay. Finally.
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est les mêmes affaires. Ça nous indique essentiellement combien qu'on en a fait. Fait que là, on en a fait 2. Fait que là, j'ai l'impression que du moment qu'on pogne Cat Lady, on est comme stock. Aussi de the cabin. J'ai l'impression que du moment qu'on pogne la version, on est comme stock avec cette version-là. La version finale, là, tu sais, je veux dire. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes. Whenever you are ready.
Ouais, on va skipper tout de suite. I'm ready to go back. Éventuellement, je vais voir ça, mais j'ai pas fini de
I
voir c'est
await
quoi
your
les...
return, but we will meet again.
Fait que c'est comme tout ça. J'aimerais ça voir aussi si on pogne le Cat Lady, mais qu'on pogne le Blade.
You're on up. You're here.
Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way. A warning.
Proceed. Enter the basement room. Hi.
Don't be a stranger.
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Je veux vraiment comme explorer toutes les avenues, puis il barre les avenues. Ah, c'est ça. Là, je peux pas. What's your name? Princess, your name. Je vais juste comme skipper, voir si j'ai. I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down...
That's. How long?
Did they tell you how...
No.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully, it won't.
Thank you for believing me.
Examine the chains. Oh, c'est ça. Là, on a comme
You walk
pas.
up to the chains, bind. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhat doubtful.
Ok, il me laissait pas. J'imagine qu'il fallait que je parle un petit peu pour avoir l'option de checker les chaînes. Là. If there's a key, do you actually have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess...
She offers the suggestion. If we were stuck down here long enough, you attempt to make your. Someone else.
Turn downstairs. Là, on est
Easier
dans la
for
même
everyone.
branche essentiellement.
Look at the mess you're
I
in.
heard the door slam. They locked...
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Ah, c'est ça. Là, tu vois, j'ai pas. J'ai même plus l'option de save the princess. Ça veut dire que. On a le lover, puis on a le. On a le lover, puis on a le cat lady.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Elle est encore attachée,
You've
là.
made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again, and
Là, j'ai slay the princess
though
parce que
your
là, j'ai
nerves
la
are
dague.
seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up. Maybe she'll bleed out. Give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools, the princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you. Her shining eyes watch. We can only hope the wound...
After all this time alone, I thought...
This is the end. Before you can answer, everything goes down.
The beast. Fait que c'est encore le cat lady.
Your honor, you're here.
Okay, no. Proceed to the cabin.
She will lie. She will... Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse
hunted.
when it plays with its freedom? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me, maybe.
Fait que j'ai plusieurs manières de rentrer dans le...
The interior of the
Non, c'est
cabin
pas
is
le cat
ruinous and
lady.
dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes. The blade is your implement.
Non, là, on va garder la branche. C'est comme un labyrinthe, genre, tu sais, quand tu dis, genre, t'es dans le labyrinthe, puis tant qu'il n'y a pas de loupe dans le labyrinthe, tu gardes toujours, tu tournes toujours à gauche. Tu gardes toujours le mur à gauche, puis tu suis ce mur-là, puis éventuellement, tu vas sortir du labyrinthe. C'est un peu la même affaire. On va toujours rentrer sans les blades le plus possible au début.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks, the air seeping up. She growls.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost impatient. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Elle est là, clairement elle est là.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush. Remember, she is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the dark.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Stand still.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Oh, jeez, that's a horrible way to go.
But you, You don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward. Your body lurches. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
J'ai rien à faire.
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Claw and bite. Wait for death. Let's wait for death.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do. Your will dissolves along with your flesh. You let go and pathetically await your death, every burning second dragging on until you're reduced to a wet pile of bone and gristle.
We'll do better next time.
Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. Everything goes dark, and you die.
C'est comme complètement différent, là. Je m'attendais pas à...
We are a path in the woods.
Oh.
We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Parce que là, on a été digéré essentiellement.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well,
Bon, si on l'a
let's
déjà
get our
vu, là.
facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have...
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
Avec la fin du jeu déjà faite, ça, it impacts differently.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore. We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
C'est-tu comme un secret ending ou quelque chose?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help
On
you.
le sait c'est qui, mais je vais le demander pareil.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him? Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do I do? Can't do much of anything right now. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being this. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? Can you feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us? Whatever we are right now is an abomination. I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me. Okay, you narrator. How do I stop her? I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Turn inward and find your freedom. Remember, let's go. Let's go.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
This is all too much. Why can't we just let her do as she sees fit? She's the one who can handle being vast. It's not for us. It's not for me.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There's a place you need to be, you just need to find it. Alright, let's go. On a de l'air à être déjà locked in, là.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing
Back to the
beneath
long
you.
quiet.
This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
J'entends un peu pas de frustration, mais de genre de nervosité.
All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Yeah, let's go.
Of course we do. To the ends of the earth.
Find the way out. I trust you. Tu sais,
You
autant que
won't
t'as...
find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
si... Ah. Fait que là, c'est comme un premature ending, essentiellement. Oh, you do find something. Ooh, excusez-moi. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now.
Your
I
power.
think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
Let's go. Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
Otis, please disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful.
What is it?
We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
Break it! And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
She's
And it
gone.
returns.
And is that a...
Approach the mirror.
This other thing. I don't want to look at...
Gaze into your reflection. What the hell? Ah, c'est ça, tu vois, ça c'est le troisième. You're withered, c'est ça. Proceed to the cabin. What the hell did we find? Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
Ah,
A
c'est ça. Fait que
map
ça, c'est
of
la...
tides ebbing. All of me is changing.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Alright. Ready to go back?
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Your Honor, you're here.
Alright. So I can do the cabin. Let's go.
You make your way.
Proceed. Je vais voir. Ah, voilà. Enter the basement. On peut plus faire cette barre là. Ok.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Continue down the stairs.
You're
Je vais
still
faire, là,
listening to
on va aller dans le fantôme.
You walk down the... She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill
Still
me or
your
something?
nerves. Let's just go doing the job là, comme le premier.
so.
She's on...
Slay the princess.
You lunge.
Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done. Why do I feel... You did kill... But that day isn't...
Leave. Puis là, on va
You
avoir
open the
le
cabin
void. It's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done. This is what's best for everyone. Time passed.
No, do you have an idea how to get us out of here?
I do. But the blade... I can hear everything... He's right. Do you hear that?
Ash. Anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this...
Okay. Puis là... Là, je vais venir ici. On va sauvegarder. Save. On va sauvegarder ici. Je vais essayer de turn around.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh.
A warning. She will...
Oh. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is... The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here, like I've been.
On y va-tu avec ou sans le blade? On va y aller avec le blade.
You take the blade.
Enter the basement. Non, on va le faire comme on l'avait. Slay the
Without a
princess.
moment's hesitation, it's like you're slashing at air. No
Ça,
matter how
on
many
l'a tout
times you
vu
stab at
déjà,
her,
là.
no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form.
Slay the
The
princess
skin
hard
of
to
your
find. I
hand
can't hurt you,
prickling
then
with
there really
cold as it
isn't anything
passes
for me to
through,
do here.
unable to find any. This isn't a solution. Nobody.
You're...
Step
You
away.
do your best to.
leaving so soon.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next. A horrific splinter.
I'm done asking. The next...
She's real.
Ah ouais, c'est Slay the princess.
You swing your blade toward, but it's too. Did we? Even if we didn't,
See,
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she cries. You're on a pond. Here we. The deck's. Come on. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I think. Wouldn't that get?
Bla bla bla, on l'a tout déjà entendu. Là, à partir de là, tu vois, c'est ça, je peux même plus m'en aller. What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
Then she finds a way out. So only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
Ah, c'est ça, j'ai pas le choix, faut que j'aille au
You
cabin à ce
continue down the
point-là.
path towards. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, the more he talks, the more I'm in. Whatever. You don't want to. It sounds like.
Enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward. Fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement. Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again. You're not getting another chance to mess this up. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that
We're even now. I killed you, then you killed me. Whatever. Water under the bridge, right?
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried leaving me to rot. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I'm a victim in all this too, you know. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil, you don't have to do this.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
Evil
one.
is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you think of me? Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull.
C'est pas grand chose parce que
Her
comme
voice
holy
is
shit.
all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Man, le writing là-dessus. Screw you, throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss. Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. one foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Just a step away. Ouais, mais on t'amène avec nous.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole. Why do you hate me? Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that? He's gone. But
there we go. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What is happening to me?
Bye. Et voilà.
And there's that mirror.
Push the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels it's going to do something. Ignore the cowards.
Gaze into your reflection. Withered, c'est ça? Ou unraveled? You've unraveled, c'est ça. Proceed to the cabin. Regarde, reste pas tant que ça des versions là. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. Where do you know it will find out?
Blah 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 blah. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here.
Everything goes dark and you die. The hero and the princess.
Your honor, your hit.
Okay, let's go, let's go. Suddenly you can hear the cabin.
You make a warning.
Proceed. J'ai pas le choix. I gotta take the blade. Je vais voir si je peux explorer encore un petit
Her
peu.
voice.
Who's there?
She said, don't let it
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walked. She's so coldly beautiful.
On s'est-tu là-dessus?
Is she really a threat to the world?
Step
You
forward.
step forward.
Oh? No time. I'm probably chained up in this space. So
Sure she's not armed, sorry, can we just talk? Dropping the blade. I'm not dropping the blade. Just slay the princess.
You lunge forward without. You feel flesh ease.
Oh.
C'est ça, tu vois là, je peux plus. J'aurais aimé ça, mais on va faire une autre game. J'aurais aimé ça la voir quand elle me possesse puis qu'on la laisse sortir. Mais j'ai l'impression que quand les deux versions, quand on vient de le voir...
It's over. We should make sure.
En fait, je sais pas.
What's the harm in checking? I really don't. And why should I've told.
On a déjà check for a pulse, on l'a déjà vu. Ça devient la blade, le Queen of Blades essentiellement. Remove the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade, but as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a... What was that?
I guess I won't be...
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now, as you fall...
And I see you around...
Whatever that...
Alright. Là, si je fais turn around and
You
leave.
have already committed to.
Non, c'est ça, je suis trop. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
On va essayer. Parce que là, on est déjà venu ici, on a pris le blade, on va essayer de
Are we
pas prendre
really
le blade.
doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right? The door to the basement creaks open. That's her grating voice
On l'a
carries
tout
up the
déjà entendu,
stairs.
ça.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Le autotune là-dedans, c'est creepy as balls. I'm trusting you, bye. Turn around and leave. Let's go. I'm not trusting you, bye.
It's boring if you leave.
She's bored. That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she
Fait que
did
là, on est
have a
comme
knife
locked
of her.
into it.
Conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we... At least we're safe here. She's still in... And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed. That won't stop us from trying. You sprint for the stairs, but we don't make it. No. You feel her blade in your back before you make...
I'm going to kill you now.
With a squelch, she does just that.
Juste de même.
Everything
Ouch.
goes dark.
No way out.
You're on a path. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep your... What? The interior of the cabin. I feel... Oh ho ho ho! Who cares? How can you care about having fun? But what if that
Moi, je peux pas skipper.
someone is us, eh? If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we were great. So obviously you've all... This is our... No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes. That can't be right. That's too much resp... Only too much response. Let's just
blah,
stay
blah, blah,
focused.
blah,
The
blah.
only
On l'a tout
furniture
déjà vu,
note is
ça.
a vent. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade. And then... What? Too late. But fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world... Yes.
J'ai skippé vite, là, mais on avait le choix la dernière fois. On aurait pu le pitcher, puis on est descendu avec, puis
That
là...
is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. Oh, is this how things are going to be now? All of us vying over a single body? Fine. See this corner? It's mine. And I'd better not see... So? Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but you walk through the door. There isn't a door, there's just that...
Fait que là, on est comme locked in aussi,
Only
que
mess
comme...
we can see
On
our
peut pas avoir le
reality
blade à
just
ce
fine.
point-ci. J'ai hâte de voir la
Make your way.
différence.
Let's just
Wipe the mirror clean.
reach forward and place your hand on the... And the mirror... I can't say... It feels like it's hiding something from us. It's time for us to just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a...
As your body tumbles onto the basement landing, the form of the princess comes into view. Right.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out. So I'm not... And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke. I'm going to kill you now.
Yes, that was extreme. That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about... Oh, guys like us don't get to make it. I decided to...
I take it back. Having my own corner clearly isn't working because I can still hear you three yelling at each other. She's going to kill us again, you know.
J'aime ça aussi,
Especially
le banter
keep
entre eux
fighting
autres,
with
là.
ourselves. We need to get rid of our thoughts. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like
Ça, on
torn
l'a déjà
sleeves.
vu.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
All right, I'm out if I...
Unconditionally surrender. When it's flirting with her. She can't hurt us. I'm going to, not letting her stab us. We can dodge, right?
Okay, that's not a...
What are we gonna do?
We can dodge.
Tire her out?
Maybe. And we'll learn how she moves. If we can keep ourselves alive, that's one step closer to getting through this. We're not the only ones who can learn. For all we know, she's going to pick up on our movements faster than we can pick up on hers. She's been one step ahead of us since we got here. But you don't have time to bicker amongst yourselves forever. Knives out, she charges you.
J'adore les mains qui floppent en arrière.
And what do you know? You dodge her attack. And there we go! And then she attacks again. Hey, wait a second! And you dodge again. Phew. And she attacks again, barely missing you. Just how many attacks does she have?
Do you really think you can dodge me forever? I have so many more moves than you can even imagine. And one of them's going to hit you.
It's like she's in our head. What are we supposed to do?
Keep dodging!
She attacks once more. I don't like how you just changed the way you said it. And she skewers you. Ow.
There we go.
I did my best. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Nah, we'd know if we'd... Your Honor, we're dead. Stop saying this is all horribly wrong. How many...
Ça, on l'a vu
I don't
avant,
actually think
là.
he means how... Yes. Oh, I've lost...
I haven't.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go...
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about this. Okay. Whatever we do, get... As long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me something new.
Non. Ah, c'est ça. Fait qu'on peut pas dodge complètement. Non, think of something better.
None of this is skewers. Well, there's more of us.
Ça, on l'a tout vu, pis ça, on est comme pogné dans le...
She's skewers. It doesn't matter how many... We don't even have... Yeah. Some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. She skewers
Ah,
you.
fait que le smitten, il arrive anyway.
You're cute.
See? We lost barely. She's going to kill this body either. She skewers you.
Ooh.
We get fine. She skewers you. And then
Donc là-
everything goes dark. And
Fait
you
que
die.
c'est juste une variation des empty cup.
Your Honor, that no steel was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent. That's a sick joke, universe. Sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never... That's what I've been telling you all. We can... Yeah. Who needs violence when...
Là, je le passe vite, là.
When you've... Who needs anything?
Parce qu'il y en a beaucoup à ce
there
point-ci,
are
là.
entirely too many of you. How many times have you been... How about you stick to describing... Yeah. Narrator, we have... Fine by me. It's more of a fine. You don't care. Just want to see how this ends.
There we go, là, elle va
Make your-
exploser.
You know, this last time I thought I'd actually done, but I guess we're not. I got something ready. I'm not.
Are you gonna... oh, well, yeah, I think I...
Ça, on l'a tout
Really?
vu.
Here we
Une
go.
bonne version de ça.
Princess's skin. She becomes a wave of blood and vis...
Blah,
Are
blah,
you
blah,
ready
the
for
Queen
what
of
comes
Blades.
next?
Holy shit, she's... Yeah. Do you... That look... How is... Hearts. This is fake. This... I'd say we bow down to her right now if that... This is all just... We're screwed.
Ça, ça,
Narrator,
blah, 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 blah. L'empty
just
one.
happened.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Fait que là, on n'a pas le blade. C'est la seule différence qu'il y a.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She looks down and confused terror as her arms bend and folds in upon
Did
itself.
you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
Ah, ok. Fait que c'est cool quand même. C'est une autre variation. Very contact with what you are, repelling her to the point of destruction. The din of shrieking metal subsides and something small and delicate falls in your hands. It's her heart. C'est ce qui reste d'elle. Wow, ok. Gaze into your reflection. C'est la fin du jeu essentiellement. Are you
I
me?
think-
Qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait... Ah non, on l'a pas tout déjà vu. Destroy the mirror. You are the long quiet, the vast and nascent God. Let's go. On va juste aller voir c'est quoi la variation. Puis après ça, j'ai juste une couple de petites affaires que je veux faire.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Je viens de comprendre. Depuis un bout, j'essaie de... Au début, à un moment donné, on avait la première fois qu'on l'a fait, on était capable de juste se retourner de bord puis s'en aller, puis là le monde a juste arrêté d'exister. Puis là on a vu les mains, puis là après ça, ça dit genre le vaisseau blablabla, puis là on s'est comme détruit puis on a recommencé. Mais je pense qu'on peut pas le faire une fois qu'on en a fait une. Une fois qu'on a complété une chaîne, on peut plus le faire ça. Parce qu'on c'est comme ça que le jeu fait. T'sais. Moi je voulais voir qu'est-ce que ça donne. Oh chuch. Je voulais voir comment dire. Je voulais voir qu'est-ce que ça faisait si tu connais. Tu sais, si tu l'as déjà fait une fois, puis tu sais c'est quoi, tu sais c'est quoi le vaisseau puis tout ça. What happens now?
Ever the passive player when the echoes some.
Puis là, cette fois-ci, j'ai-tu... I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words.
On va le faire cette fois-ci.
The
Free yourself. Fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. Oh. Everything here except for her is you. Spanning a cosmic scale, we're twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to an finite plane. Infinite sides and infinite angles, you push back and strain against it.
I love you.
Oh. Puis c'est avec elle. It's gonna shatter. Puis c'est là que l'univers est détruit parce que c'était l'univers qui nous gardait contenu. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You exist and you are aware just as you have always been and just as you were. Donc on a essentiellement détruit l'univers, mais là on s'est réveillé. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Okay, wow. That's crazy. J'aime mieux notre fin à la fin qu'on a faite.